is networking across. Like, instead of always reaching up to look for mentors or to look for people who have already established themselves, there's so far that we can get by just utilizing our friends and people who have strengths that we don't have, people who may have access that we don't have, people who have skills that can complement ours and create something better.
This episode is sponsored by Glam Extensions, a one-stop shop to provide all of your high-quality glam needs. Handmade, cruelty-free mink lashes, 100% raw Indian hair extensions, and accessories. Welcome to Ladies Room Live. Welcome to Ladies Room Live. I'm your host, Chanel Kisa, and today we're going to be talking all things Brianna J Weaver. She is a sports and entertainment connoisseur specializing in consulting, producing, and hosting. She's also an account executive at Pandora, and she's a live event associate at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. That's so much to talk about.
I know. I'm so excited. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Well, thanks for coming first and foremost. So let's just dive right into it. You do so much. So
Trust
much.
Me, I know.
Every time we speak, it's like you're doing something different, but like within the same rim of what you do.
Yeah.
So the big thing that I want to know is like, how do you keep balance?
Girl, I think it's just kind of by trial and error. I don't think there's a blueprint for like how exactly to balance all of these things. It's just kind of doing it.
Yeah.
So I have a full-time job with Pandora. I know, I'm going to be here from a certain time to a certain time. I'm there from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Right.
So I try to utilize the gaps in my day. So before work, I try to get in the gym. I try to do anything that I can, whether that's scheduling emails or whatever the case. If I need to get on a red carpet that's coming up, I do all that stuff before work. I utilize my lunch breaks all the time. And then after work, I'm always at some event, some networking event, somebody's red carpet, something, a football game, soccer game, like middle of the week. Like I have no business being there on the middle of the week, but I'm there. So I don't really know exactly how I balance it. It's just a matter of kind of just doing it, planning ahead, utilizing a schedule or a planner of some sort, and prioritizing. Prioritizing, yes, has been key, major key. But it's really the passion and the drive that keeps me going, and the desire and the want for more.
Right.
So it's kind of easy because all of it is fun to me in one way or another. So it's not like, going to work is a task, or being at the stadium is a task, or doing interviews is, like a burden. So it just keeps me going. It's the passion.
You're truly blessed then.
Oh.
I would say you're truly blessed only because, like, for you to say the passion, that means that you're doing exactly what you want to do. So many people show up to their jobs just for a paycheck.
Yeah.
They're happy to be
we've
on
all
salary.
been there.
Yeah, for sure.
We've
They're
all
happy
been
to be
there.
on salary, and they're just waiting for that one day where they can just show up for themselves and do something that they actually love and get a paycheck for it. So it's amazing that you're able to do that right now.
Yeah, I mean, similar to what you said, it takes trial and error, and some people never get there. But sometimes you just have to do what's best for you and find your lane.
So what was finding your lane?
Okay. So when I was in school, we both went to FAM. So I was in the School of Business. And with the School of Business, most of the students have like really traditional internships, like JP Morgan and Chase, Eli Lilly, a lot of the real corporate internships, a lot of the Fortune 500 companies that are real, like suit and tie, Wall Street. And I was just always different. Like all of my internships were in the entertainment industry, still on the business side. So my first internship was with CNN, and then I interned with BET. So I just always had my own lane. And then, even though I was majoring in business, I realized that I had a passion for being on air. But at that point, it was too late to change my major because you know how it can get sometimes when you get stuck in college, and I wasn't trying to do that.
You're like 4 and done.
Right. I was there 4.5, but still nonetheless.
That's still 4 and done.
Right. So I started volunteering over in the School of Journalism.
Oh.
Yeah, like sitting in on people's radio shows, 90.5, volunteering with TV 20, J School Journals, just to kind of be around it and to be around other people who were similar to me, like-minded, more creative. And once I got a taste of it, I kind of just kept going. So I graduated, and even though I had these 2 dope internships, I was having the hardest time finding a job. And I think that's why I ended up majoring in business versus maybe going like a communications or a journalism route.
Yeah.
So as I was saying,
I think that was smart though.
Yeah. Had a hard time finding a job after college. So I moved back home, as a lot of recent grads do. Moved back home, and I was, kind of just on my parents' couch, searching for jobs every day. And I was like, oh my gosh, this cannot be life. So I started a YouTube channel. And the Miami Dolphins were coming to Orlando. They were having cheer tryouts. And I don't know what made me even think of this, but I was like, I really want to cover this event. So I reached out to them. I heard the ad on the radio, so I called them. And they were like, oh, are you interested in trying out? And I was like, no, I actually want to cover the event. So they put me in contact with the right person, and that was my first ever YouTube video. And from there, it kind of just kept going.
That's amazing, because from that you got in the inside.
Yeah, it was so strange. I was actually watching that video earlier today, and I was like so young and fresh. I was like, oh my gosh, I've never had an opportunity like this before. This is gonna be my first event behind the scenes.
But you knew exactly what to do. Like, I think for me, I probably would have never reached out to the Miami Dolphin cheerleading organization to say, hey, I want to cover this event. I probably would have just showed up with a camera and been like, hey, you guys are trying out. Do you think you're going to make it? What makes you qualify? Like, boom.
But it's crazy because even then, I wasn't comfortable being on camera. Like, all of the interviews I did were me behind the camera and, them just answering questions.
Yeah.
Because I had no experience, like, being on camera.
Were you comfortable with your voice?
I don't know. I wasn't really talking to them. Like, I was just showing them answering the questions. I did it in like a vlog style. I'll have to show you one day. But yeah, so from there, still unemployed on my parents' house. And then I got an internship in LA with the HBCU in LA program. So it's a program for HBCU students who want to be in the entertainment industry. And they set us up with housing, set us up with interviews for internships. Nice. And yeah, I got that. So I was in LA that next summer, and then kind of just kept going, kept the ball rolling. And the first red carpet that I covered was Tupac, All Eyes on Me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was like the start, and then from there it kind of just kept going. But, still having that business background, it does give me a few more tangibles, So, like, I have the sales experience, which is what I got started with the Falcons, and which has something to do with what I do with Pandora now. So, like, that marketing, that sales background, it makes me very versatile.
Right.
So, I'm able to have the corporate job and still be able to do my thing on camera as well. And it all balances.
Nice. I do like that you didn't have the traditional route of going with that. Like,
yeah, I know.
I was even surprised to read, like, oh, she got a business degree. I really thought that she did something in journalism, but then I was like, at the same time, I was like, no, I think she has something else because of your jobs, because of your 9 to 5.
Yeah. I didn't major in journalism. Everyone swears I was in J school, but I really was not. But I did spend a lot of time over there, like I said.
Yeah. That's brilliant. Even with your internships, because that is not like a typical business internship.
Yeah.
That is a typical J school internship for sure. Yeah. But it worked out for you, and it's a blessing within itself.
Thank you.
So let's just dive a little bit more into it.
Yeah, let's do it.
I know, like, we met at the Black Women in Film event, and that was like almost
maybe
2 years ago now.
Yeah,
that was 2 years ago. You was actually covering that, and we just ended up randomly talking.
What's a bar? I think.
Yeah.
I don't even know
we're
how.
Not alcoholics, though.
We're not.
But we met at the bar, at that event, at the gala. We was both looking beautiful, but We just randomly started talking. You had this cute bob, beautiful dress, and mic in her hand.
All this?
I remember. I have a great memory. First off,
goodness!
But I don't know. I can't tell you what we were talking about.
I don't remember either.
You know, we met at the bar, but from that, like, you were still new to Atlanta. I was new to Atlanta, but you hit the ground running with that. So let's talk about some of the red carpet events that you have covered within Atlanta since being here.
Yeah, so when I didn't have, the traditional background of, like, the hard news, sitting at the news desk reporting.
Before you get into this, I want to know this.
Okay.
Do you feel like because you don't have the traditional route within journalism or having a background in it at all, it's limiting you to jobs?
No, honestly, because I want to do entertainment. Like, I have no interest in reporting the weather or, whose house just got broken into. Like, that's not my niche.
Right.
Like, I really love entertainment, and I feel like with this business, it's more about the connections that you have and your work ethic. And, the talk to your walk, you know what I'm saying? So I think that it's all about who you know and how well you carry yourself and how you present yourself, and do you follow through with the things that you say you're going to do.
I agree.
Yeah. I don't think it's hindered me in any way because I've still been able to get opportunities. It's just a matter of when you get those opportunities, just really capitalizing on them.
What you're going to do with it.
Right. And then, making sure that you get that content so that you can put that reel together, because that's what's most important, because that's how you're going to get to larger outlets. And that's how you're going to get to the next level, is having something to show for what you say you do. But no, because I don't think it's hindered me because I don't want to be at a news desk.
Yeah.
And, it's all about really just making genuine connections. And people would be more than happy to provide you with opportunities. Like, if I meet somebody at a Black Women Film Network event, I met Francesca Emiker. Are you familiar with her? Yeah, I met her, and we connected, exchanged contact info, and then she invited me to shadow her on a few events.
Oh, nice.
So, she has the more traditional background in journalism. I didn't, but she still realized that I was serious about, what it is that I'm doing and what I want to do. So she was like, okay, well, let me go ahead and take you under my wing, and maybe I can show you some things that I know that you don't know yet.
Right.
Give you access to people that you may not have contacts with just yet. So I think it's all about just really building genuine connections and really honing in on those, and that'll really help you get to the next level.
Tell me, what was the most highlighting moment, or you can even name a few, of 2019 red carpet hosting?
Some of my favorite red carpets that I've done, I think the BET Hip Hop Awards was kind of surreal for me. That one specifically because I actually started as an intern with BET.
Yeah.
So for it to come full circle and realize that I actually put in the work enough to get there, that was kind of like, whoa, like, you're actually out here doing this. Like, you're actually seeing the fruits of your labor now. So that was pretty cool. Also, getting ready to cover the Soul Train Awards.
Yeah.
So that's really exciting. Red carpets in 2019. One of my favorites was my first one. So the All Eyes on Me red carpet, Tupac movie. I've done so many that I just can't remember them.
Well, that is good. That is good.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, I've done so many that they all kind of just
Congrats on the
together.
BET, only because you started as an intern.
Yeah.
And then now you're coming back.
Yeah,
and you're at center stage now.
It's pretty awesome. And then even just from starting with hosting red carpets, I've been able to cover concerts. I did a lot of concerts this summer. So did the V103 concert that they had this summer, Tycoon Fest. Did a bunch of them out at Lakewood. Is that what it's called? Lakewood Amphitheater.
Don't ask me.
Yeah.
You were there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, Freaknik.
Yeah.
Freaknik was interesting, I will say. Maybe that's one of my top highlights of 2019.
What was so interesting about
that? Was off the chain. So, Freaknik has a huge reputation for being, like, out of control.
Oh,
so, so
we
people
can say those words on here. Get comfortable.
It was an older demo, and they were just out there reliving their glory days. You had people twerking, popping on the handstand.
These were people that were like 20, 21 in the 90s, right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, like some real crazy spring break stuff, like real old Atlanta.
So how old were these people? They were like 40, 50?
Yeah, I would say maybe Maybe like mid-40s, I would
what
say.
were they
Maybe
doing with it?
mid-40s. Just, girls just acting crazy, just dancing,
Wildin'.
taking their shirt off, waving around like a helicopter like Nelly. Yeah, so then I got to interview Yin Yang Twins.
Oh,
so
really?
they were exciting. Got to interview Uncle Luke.
Oh, okay.
So these were all people that I grew up listening to. I also got to interview Nelly at the Tycoon Fest. So that was really cool too. So I've had some exciting red carpets this year. Super Bowl week was crazy too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Super
How was
Bowl was
that?
crazy. Oh my God, that week was so hectic. Oh, I think I mastered the art of being in more than one place at one time.
How did you do that? You're only one person.
I know.
Super Bowl was crazy. It was like, for Super Bowl for me, it was like, where are all the people?
What do you
the
mean?
people? Because we both live in the city.
Yeah.
So I'm like, where are the people? I'm like, my street is clear. Like, where are the people? And then out of nowhere,
Yeah.
they like flooded through the city. And
I know,
was just
Saturday
kinda
night
like,
it was ridiculous.
Yes.
Super Bowl week was crazy. I remember doing like multiple events in a day. I had to be on the field team, so we had to like check in. So I would like leave the panel I was hosting, go check in, and then leave to go somewhere else. But I was checked in at the practice for the Super Bowl halftime show. So it was just like crazy. After that week, I just needed a break.
How did you get around? Because traffic was insane.
I don't remember driving anywhere. I think I caught a lot of Ubers that week, unfortunately.
So let's talk about the BET Awards. What was your highlight about that, other than just being there? Was it a person that you got to interview? Was it reconnecting with someone that you did an internship that was once your boss? Now you're like, hi,
Yeah.
I'm showing up to interview.
Yeah, and I think it was just interviewing people that were extremely legendary because, although I do a lot of red carpets, we don't always get access.
Yeah.
The access to everyone. Because, a lot of people will walk the carpet and only do a couple interviews. So given that I was with the platform, it made it a lot easier to get these interviews and get this access. So I got to interview, he's not legendary just yet, but like Young Dolph, Jermaine
like Young
Dupri, Rick Ross, like all these
Rick
people.
Ross.
Yeah, even
Florida girls.
Right, okay. And then even people who are a little bit more, modern, more today's time. Black Youngsta, Lil Duval. That was pretty cool. I think one of the best interviews for me, though, I got to interview Connie Orlando, who is the president of programming at BET. She might have just got a recent promotion, actually, now that I think about it. But that was cool because I really look up to girl bosses.
Yeah.
And I love having those combos with women who are in the industry and like really leading the game right now. And I just want to figure out how you did it. Like, how did you navigate the politics, especially with a lot of these industries being dominated by men? How did you collaborate with your peers to get to the next level? And that's one thing she talked about, which is something that I pride myself a lot on, is networking across. Like, instead of always reaching up to look for mentors or to look for people who have already established themselves, there's so far that we can get by just utilizing our friends and people who have strengths that we don't have, people who may have access that we don't have, people who have skills that can complement ours and create something better. So I really love speaking with her because she just hit that nerve, like, and it really motivated me and inspired me to really get in my bag and maximize my potential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I definitely do think that instead of always trying to climb to the top and reach people at the top, just for them just to look at you and see you and acknowledge you and give you an opportunity, you can provide an opportunity just like here and there. Like, you showed up for this, and I appreciate that.
No, thank you for having me.
For sure.
I'm so
But
glad.
again, you'll have something and I'll definitely show up for you, and you may never know where that'll go. I may get a position where I'm like, she'll be perfect.
Right. And that's another
You may
thing.
get a position where you'll be perfect.
Right. And that's another thing. Even if you guys can't work together right now, like, think about it 5 years down the line. People will be in these positions, or they'll have, these businesses, and there will be an opportunity, if not now, later, for you guys to collaborate.
Your network is everything. The relationships you
ma'am.
have is just absolutely everything.
Yes, ma'am.
So one thing that I've seen on your social media is that you are a host on This Is 50.
Yeah.
How did that come together? He's doing a lot in Atlanta.
Yeah, he is.
So how did that kind of come together?
So it's so crazy because there's no like real magic story behind how This Is 50 came together. So, you know, kind of just putting together my reel, you know, from doing small red carpets here, small red carpets here, small red carpets here, and then joining a group message. Black Girls in Media ATL.
Oh.
So the publicist for This Is 50 posted in there, and she was like, hey guys, you know, we're looking to expand to Atlanta and LA. We're looking for 2 hosts in each. So when I saw that, I was like, shit, let me go ahead and send this in before it gets away from me.
You're so fearless though, I like it.
At this point, I feel like, what do I really have to lose? I have more to gain than I do to lose, so why not? So I reached out and, you know, they set up a little interview to just kind of get to know me better. And then they set me up with a mock interview. Well, not really a mock interview, but more so a tryout interview. So they were going to schedule it. And then if they liked it, they would post it. So the first interview I did with them, so my tryout was an interview with Bobby Lights, who's from Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did the interview. I remember being kind of nervous because this was my first time really having to sit down and hold a conversation with someone for an extended period of time, like 30 minutes. So that was cool. Chopped it up, you know, sent it back to them, and they posted it. So I was like, oh my God. I was like, I really did this. Like, I really did this. Just kind of getting it out the mud. So yeah, that's how I got connected with This Is 50. And from there, just been doing more events with them when it aligns with my availability. So yeah, it's been pretty cool thus far. And that's how I got on the BET Hip Hop Awards red carpet.
Nice. So do you edit all of your videos?
For This Is 50 or just in general?
Just in general.
Oh
like, are you a one-woman show sometimes when it comes to...
Yeah, sometimes I have to be because if I wait on other people, it may or may not get done.
For sure.
So, especially not on my time. So a lot of times I'll do it myself, but if I don't have to, I definitely won't.
Let's talk about the nightlife scene that Atlanta has to offer.
Yeah, okay. I will say...
Give me your top, 3 places that you want to go to.
Okay. Atlanta's nightlife, I would say it's unmatched. Like, you can always find something to do, and it's always going to be lit. My top 3...
we've been to Blue together.
Yeah. That's,
okay.
Okay, so I'll give you my top 5, because top 3 would be extremely hard. So, my favorite places to go out in Atlanta, in no order.
No order.
So Blue is definitely one of those. Instant Blue is what it used to be called. But I just like it. It's real, bougie. I love it on Thursdays when they have the R&B night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have R&B night on Thursdays. I love R&B. R&B live music, you got me. So I love Blue.
On a Thursday.
On a Thursday. Whiskey Mistress. You ever been to Whiskey Mistress?
I've been to Whiskey Mistress.
Oh, Whiskey is another, midweek spot. Thursday nights. Whiskey is always popping, live music. It's not a bar. I don't know if you would consider it to be a lounge. I guess it would be more on the loungy side, but it's always a good time. They have three stories. So you have upstairs, you have the main floor, and then you have the basement. So it's a great time. One of my faves right now is Fellowship. Have you ever been to Fellowship?
Never.
Girl, yes. So Fellowship is actually a cigar lounge.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
you told me that you were into cigars, so you're getting into it.
Yeah. So recently, maybe with the past 3 or 4 months. But Fellowship, love it.
Are you smoking?
Yeah.
What are you
I
smoking?
have a cigar. So because I'm new to it, I go with the Java lattes.
Oh yeah,
it's
those
sweet.
are good.
Yeah, it's sweet. So, and I like Fellowship, one, because it's real sophisticated. If you ever been in there or if you ever go in there, the decor is A1.
Yeah.
Top of the notch. And then I like being the youngest person. But yeah, I just like being the youngest person. And then also with cigar lounges, it's real masculine. You know, the idea of smoking cigars is masculine. So I don't know, I just kind of define that odd a little bit. So, being the exception.
Being the youngest person in the room, especially in a place where people in general, I see that the cigar scene in Atlanta is very mixed. If you go in most cigar lounges, anywhere else in the country, especially even where I'm from in Tampa, where cigars are really, really big.
Oh, really?
You will find that majority of the people in cigar lounges are male. But here, I feel like the cigar lounges are very well diverse. So being in that,
what have you learned outside of cigars? Like, what was some like great conversations that you was able to kind of take from, you know, being in the cigar lounge and also applying that to what you do every day?
Yeah, I meet a lot of older, well, let me not even say older. I meet a lot of more mature people. So, you know, a lot of times just listening to their conversations or talking to them, I'll hear about different spots to go to. Or, you know, like we'll talk about our days or talk about our jobs, and they'll tell me how they navigated when they were my age or when they were in my shoes. Like, you know, kind of still just starting out, but still having some experience under your belt.
Yeah.
So I learned how to navigate the politics. When I talk to women there, I learn how to carry myself, and I learn how to present myself in front of men, or, you know, how to attract the type of man that you want to attract, the type of man that you want to have. So really, it's just a bunch of free game in there. So if you're not there, you really sleep.
Nice.
I've learned a lot.
Like this.
Yeah, I've learned a lot by just hanging out at the cigar lounge.
Nice, nice.
And it's one of my favorite spots to go to. Two more. Sweet Lounge on a Wednesday. Love crab legs, karaoke.
I was about to get ready to say, isn't that the crab legs?
Yeah, crab legs, karaoke, and then maybe one more. I always draw a blank when people ask me where I go, and I'm always at the same places. One more.
You told me, I said give me top 3.
Okay.
You said
okay.
top 5, so.
Okay. So we'll stop at 4.
You want to stop at 4? You can't give me one more?
I'm trying to think. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. What's one of your favorite places?
I don't even know. First off, what are my favorite places? Ooh, you asked a girl who doesn't even go anywhere. I need to change this. I plan on rolling this tape back when we actually put it out and like hitting up some of the places that you actually go to. I'm definitely going to check out that place, Fellowship. But let me see. Honestly, I like going to places that have really good food and a great vibe.
Okay, I'm not a foodie.
I'm not really a foodie either,
Okay.
but like, I don't know, I just kind of like enjoy the ambiance of places like that. Like, I love to go to the W Midtown, the W downtown.
Okay.
I like going to the
You
Four
like Whiskey
Seasons.
Blue, the rooftop that they have on top of the W in Buckhead?
I haven't even been to the W Buckhead before, so I'll definitely check that out. But in the summertime, the downtown W, they have great pool parties.
Really?
Yeah. A good DJ that's always like spinning out there like on a Friday night. I like going. I don't know. I like going to like more so chill spots.
Okay. I think I remember my fifth one, and
Yeah.
I don't know how I forgot this because I am literally always at this place.
Let me get ready to put it down. Go.
Have you ever been to Siva's?
Oh yeah, I've been to Siva's.
I'm there all the time. I don't know how I
Really?
forgot about that. All the time. Like at least once every 2 weeks.
I think Siva's is a hot spot for a lot of people.
Everybody. Yeah, it's definitely one of those go-tos right now.
It's definitely a go-to. It's like, I don't know where to go. Let's just go to Siva's. Or you got friends in town. Let's just go to
Yeah.
Siva's. Like, it's just like that quick little corner spot where you know it's going to be a good vibe, some good drinks. You can get a hookah and go to it.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about this new show that you're on.
Yeah.
We Need to Talk.
Yeah.
Season 2.
Yeah.
So how did that come about?
We Need to Talk season 2. So one of my girlfriends,
Lauren Ashley.
Yes, Lauren.
She's a talent.
Yes, Lauren Ashley. Shout out to Lauren. She's dope. She's really creative. She's big into production, producing, directing, creating everything. So she came up with the concept for this show to have an open conversation, open dialogue between Black women and Black men.
Yeah.
So with We Need to Talk season 2, we have a bowl, and it has a bunch of different topics in it, hot topics. And basically, the 3 guys, the 3 girls, we go back and forth just discovering how the opposite sex feels about these different scenarios. So we talked about everything from, you know, would you be able to date a man who made less money than you? Do you feel like standards can be too high when it comes to dating? How do you feel about the new abortion law? Like all these things. We talked about social justice, politics, whether,
These are some great topics.
Yeah, celebrities, do they feel obligated to touch on these social topics, seeing that they have this platform? So we talked about a little bit of everything, and it gets really juicy. But yeah, I love it. It's super cool, and I appreciate her for giving me the platform to just express my thoughts, because I like to talk, and yeah. I like to shut these men down, too, because they think they know everything. And I love to kill a good ego.
So tell me something that you had to kill a good ego on the show.
Oh, Lord. I can't tell you.
You can tell me one. You can just tell me the question. Or tell me what you said. Tell me, you don't have to say the question, but just tell me your response to what you did to kill an ego, a male's ego.
So we were having the conversation about whether or not we would be, as women, be able to date a man who made less money, and vice versa, would the men be able to date a woman who made more money? I said that I may be able to sacrifice right now, but long term, no, there's no way like I would be able to date a man or marry a man who didn't make as much money as I did. And they were like, oh, why do you feel that way? And I told them, well, if you can't get it yourself, I'll teach you how to get it.
Ooh, I like that.
Because one thing I know how to do is make a pretty little penny, okay?
I know how to make a coin. I'll teach you how to get it. I like that. See, I didn't know where you was coming from with this. I thought it was going to be like, kill him, like, hit him where it hurts. Like, I'm not dating a man that makes less money than me because I don't feel like I need to do it. You said no. I'll teach you how to get it.
Yeah, I mean, we're at the end of the day, it's a partnership.
Right.
Like, I'm not here to put him down, but
so you can actually be with a man that made less money. He just needs to be able to have that grit and that grind in him to go and get it.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Right now, I would be able to sacrifice because I know a lot of us are still building. I'm building too. So right now, I would be able to sacrifice, but long term, no.
I think right now it really just doesn't matter because when you first start dating with somebody, you don't share bills. Y'all not living together.
True.
Y'all not, everything is really separate. And even if y'all did stay together, it's still kind of like the trial and error. Like things are really like kind of separate. Long term, it's more so like.
What do you think?
No, absolutely not. Like,
okay, so you're in the same boat.
Absolutely not. But honestly,
does that make us superficial?
I don't care what it makes me, honestly, if we can be straight bold with it. Like, I just really don't care. I feel like a man is supposed to be a provider if you want to be really deep. And at the end of the day, it's not really about the money per se, but I know how to make money. Mm-hmm. So if I'm willing to get up every day to make whatever the case may be, I expect you to get up and do what you need to do.
I agree. And I feel like with the type of woman that we are, like we're not going to be with a man who's not out here trying to get something. So I don't think it's even going to be a question.
But honestly, I don't even think I attract those type of men.
What, broke niggas?
If you want to say that. If you want to say that. But I don't really think that I attract the type of man that like really honestly makes less
than you. Okay. I get what you're saying. It could be in your presentation. It could be the way you talk, the way you speak, the way you carry yourself, or just your confidence.
It could be all of the above.
Yeah, a combination.
It can be a total combination. But, I mean, honestly, I just feel like, not to put so much pressure on a man, but I think that I have really, like, old school ways. I feel like if my shit ain't together, I really don't need to be out there trying to even like focus on even having a relationship, I need to more so focus on myself. Mm-hmm. I need to build myself, And I feel like for a man, like if you're not able to really court a woman in the way that you know that you need to, because you show interest, I just don't think that you should be out there trying to date either.
I totally agree because dating can be expensive.
Dating is expensive.
For men.
Why wouldn't you want to at least take her to dinner? And if you can't afford it, like it's okay. Just, step back, work on yourself. And then when it's time for you to go towards the girl that you want, you can go all in. And the reason why I also feel that I could not date a man that made less than me is because I do feel like not just within myself, but just within all women, just the dynamic of how we were brought up, our dynamic, our mate. When we're in a relationship, we give more. It may not be financial, but we give fully all of ourselves within that relationship.
Emotionally.
Just everything.
And let's not even talk about like nurturing, cooking for someone.
Yes.
Doing laundry.
Yes.
Because as a woman, not necessarily that we're supposed to do these things, but I want to do these things for you.
Right.
Like I want to cater to you because I'm a woman, you know, and as a man, you have certain roles that you...
The gender roles.
Right. I didn't want to go there because people get...
I totally believe in gender roles.
People
and
get
okay.
so touchy.
So what? Let them get touchy.
Why should a man have to do this? Why should a man have to do that? Blah, blah, blah.
And this show is called Ladies Room Live, and it's a platform strictly for women. And it's a comfortable place for you to say, I believe in gender roles. And sit back
100%.
And be okay with it. It's a place that you can say, I want my man to make more money than me. And be okay with it.
Right. No, I want my man, dear future husband.
Dear future husband, if you're watching.
I want my man to be able to provide for me and my family. But don't worry, I got my own money too. I don't want you to think I'm out here just, mooching, eating off of you, being a city girl.
You know what? Let me tell you. Ooh. But you know the whole city girl motto is, I got my own money, but I want to spend yours too.
Okay, I'm in my bag, but I'm in his too.
Yeah, kind of like that.
I can relate.
Yeah. But going back to that, like, it's not because, like, you're trying to gold dig or anything like that. It's just, like, the comfort. Like, I feel like...
Security.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that you want to do for me, you know?
Yeah.
Like, everyone wants to feel appreciated. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Elena really teaches you that as a woman, as a Black woman, you have to be on your grind out here because there's so much opportunity. There's so much money to be made. And I have this true belief, the better you get, the better you attract. True belief. One last thing. You have this nonprofit, EvolutionToExcellence. Let's talk about it.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a FAMU scholarship platform, right?
So it's for HBCU students nationwide. So I started this year for my 25th birthday. I launched it on my birthday, so that was pretty cool. And yeah, it's a scholarship fund for HBCU students, and it's my baby right now. So this is my first year doing it, and I've learned a lot through doing this. It's been a journey, but it's been fun. So my goal is to get bigger and better with it, lock in more scholarships. That way I can give students more money, because originally the money just came out of my pocket. It was just gonna be a $500 scholarship, just gonna give it to one of the students who applied. But then as I started getting more support for it, I was like, oh shit, oh my gosh, I should have said that.
No, you can say oh shit. That's how you felt.
I'm over here talking about a scholarship, education.
Shoot and shit don't sound the same. So like if you would have said oh shoot, it would have never been expressed right. Oh shit.
Okay. And I was like, oh snap, like I'm getting
shit. Go ahead and say oh shit. I like it.
The students don't want to hear me say oh shit.
They want to hear it. They're saying
Whatever. Okay, anywho. I was like, oh shit, like
okay,
I can actually, hone in on this. So I started taking donations, and I raised enough money to do 2 scholarships instead of 1.
Oh,
so I was really proud of myself about that. Chose 2 students. So one of them, Benjamin Simmons, he goes to Bethune-Cookman, and then Martine Augustine, she goes to Hampton. So it was hard for me not to choose someone from my alma mater, but I wanted to be unbiased. So I'm really happy that I did it.
I think that was smart and great.
Yeah, because although it doesn't matter what people think, because at the end of the day, it's mine, I didn't want people to say, oh, well, she chose somebody from FAMU.
Of course.
Here this goes. Yeah, I know people would have said that. So I just wanted to be, impartial, unbiased, and choose the people that I thought were best for it. So I keep in contact with them, keep updated with everything that they have going on. Benjamin ran for Mr. Homecoming at BCU. And Martine is actually in the process of the Miss Black and Gold pageant at Hampton.
Nice.
So, yeah, I keep up to date. I try to, check in and make sure that they're good, make sure that they're doing okay.
So those are, like, your little mentees?
Yeah,
kind of?
Yeah. So definitely want to do it bigger and better next year on a larger scale, and definitely make it more personal, more intimate. But, yeah, I'm super thankful for anyone and everyone who had a hand in the whole process, whether it was helping me out with the photo shoot or partnering with me to give away T-shirts or, helping me raise money, like donations. So yeah, it took a village, but definitely going to form a committee this time and definitely get this thing on the road.
One thing I did like about it, that you did HBCUs, but you had everybody in the photo shoot wearing their alma mater.
Yeah, that was the goal. So
it was so cute. And then I saw also some of the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And it just seemed like it was like really good energy on set that
It was
day.
a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. And then afterwards we went to Sivas.
Of course. Because it was like, what are we going to do now? Let's just go to like Sivas.
But yeah, it was dope because, we all came together for a great cause. We all have similar backgrounds. We all have that common denominator, which is we all went to a historically Black college or university somewhere. Some of us rival schools. Just great energy, great vibes. And like I said, all coming together for a common purpose. So really appreciative of that and excited to keep going.
What made you start it?
One,
being a struggling college student, remembering what that was like.
So mainly like my love for HBCUs. Like I'm super supportive of all HBCUs. Like, I follow HBCU alumni. Like even if someone didn't go to my school, I know that they went to another HBCU and I'm going to stand behind them because I know that it's HBCUs versus everybody a lot of times. So, like, my love, my pride.
Let's keep that. It's what? It's HBCUs versus everybody. Thank you. Thank you. So now we're coming together with Jeremy going to an HBCU knowing that it's us against everybody.
Okay? So, yeah, that, and then when I was in school, there were so many of my peers who started with me who didn't make it to the finish line for various reasons. But the main reason being because they didn't have the financial support to get through school. And I was like, I would hate for that to be the difference between someone reaches their goals and their dreams and someone who ends up moving back home and then still has student loan debt. So any way that I can help people, love giving back in any way that I can, and especially if I have the means to do so, definitely. And then once I start building the committee and I have more help, I think the possibilities are endless, really.
Well, I'll help.
Oh,
anyway,
thank you, girl. Thank you.
Let me know what I need to do.
I appreciate it.
I will send my love, my help, my finances in that
Oh,
direction.
that's so sweet of you, Chanel. I appreciate it.
For sure.
I
like it.
appreciate
I really
it.
honestly like it. And I honestly like watching everything that you do. Like, as you can see, like, I tie into your DIY. I almost messed it up again. Your DIY projects. I saw when you first moved into your home, and I just seen how your home has, like, evolved creatively from that. When I saw that you was on This Is 50, I'm like, oh my God, BET Awards, oh my God. Not even knowing fully what your journey was to like get these things. It was just kind of like, how you watch somebody on social media and you feel like you grow up with them?
Yeah.
It's just, it's kind of that.
Especially when you see people, when you guys started at the bottom and people are finally starting to flourish. It's really great watching that process. It's like, and especially when you see people who started at the same place as you and you do see them progress, it's like, sheesh, well, that's motivation. Now it's inspiring me because me and this person used to share the same spaces. So it's like, okay, well.
If it's for them, it can also be for me too.
Right, even if it's in a different form. Like,
the journey's always going to be different.
Like, just because they're doing something doesn't mean you need to try to do what they're doing or do it how they did it. But it is inspiration to know that you can reach your goals too.
So with 2009, you achieved a big goal with being on the BET Awards. What does the next 5 years look like for you when it comes to hosting, being sports and entertainment connoisseur, when it comes to Evolution to Excellence, sorry about that. Your nonprofit, like what does the next year look like?
The next year.
We got a full moon here now.
Yeah, next year. I feel like 2020 is going to be crazy, It's a new decade, new goal. Yeah, my goals for 2020, just taking Evolution to Excellence to new heights, more money, more opportunities for students, spreading myself out in my job, making sure that I'm able to really make the most of my time there. Having my own segment somewhere, even if it's something that I create myself. And then
YouTube or a large network.
right. And then lastly, home decor, interior design of some sort, because I love it. I love it. Like I told you, I sit here and I watch videos of people decorating their houses.
Listen, it's something for everybody. You know, we had our time here and it was great.
Yes, no, thank you for having me. This was awesome. Love sitting down, being able to talk to you.
I'm glad you're a talker too.
No, I'm just really flattered that you considered me for this. Cause I don't know.
First of all, let's go back to your bio. Okay?
Oh my goodness.
Why wouldn't you be considered? So let our viewers know where they can find you, where they can indulge in your social media presence and learn more about you, just as much as I know about you. From them not knowing you on your social media platforms and to see you and all your works grow.
Yeah, so you guys can follow me at Brianna J Weaver. That's BRIANNA J Weaver, and that's all across the board. So Instagram, Twitter, www.briannajweaver.com. Evolution to Excellence, you can definitely follow us too at Evolution to Excellence on Instagram. Hey everybody, Brianna J Weaver checking in. I am a sports and entertainment connoisseur, specializing in everything from consulting to hosting to production, you name it, okay? And you are tuned in to Ladies Room Live.